I am so glad we invited the Chippewas to join us for this holiday meal. Remember, these savages are our guests. We must not be surprised at any of their strange customs. After all, they have not had our advantages, such as fine schools, libraries full of books, shampoo.
How? I am Pocahontas, a Chippewa maiden.
An Indian.
Enough said.
And I am Running Bear, betrothed to Pocahontas. In the play.
20 grand for summer camp. He's Mr. Woo-Woo.
We have brought a special gift for this holiday feast.
I am a turkey. Kill me. What a thoughtful gift. Why, you are as civilized as we, except we wear shoes and have last names. Welcome to our table, our new primitive friends.
Thank you, Sarah Miller. You're the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Your hair is the color of the sun. Your skin is like fresh milk. And everyone loves you.
Stop! Sit.
Wait.
What?
We cannot break bread with you.
Huh? Becky, what's going on?
Wednesday.
You have taken the land which is rightfully ours. Years from now, my people will be forced to live in mobile homes, on reservations. Your people will wear cardigans and drink highballs. We will sell our bracelets by the roadsides. You will play golf and enjoy hot hors d'oeuvres. My people will have pain and degradation. Your people will have stick shifts. The gods of my tribe have spoken. They have said, do not trust the pilgrims, especially Sarah Miller.
Gary, she's changing the words.
And for all these reasons, I've decided to scalp you and burn your village to the ground.
Got conversations about life, got conversations about death, got conversations about building a nation, about gaining knowledge of self. Not here to deceive ya, we'll make you a believer. Come build a nation with conversation, with prophecy and Atiba. Conversations between comrades.
That's right, we're here live. Conversations between comrades, and as you might have figured out, this is a special edition. Happy Genocide of Indigenous People Day, y'all. What's up, comrade? How you doing, bro?
Wow, yeah, I'm all right. I'm good, comrade. You just kind of messed me up with this little film, right? I was looking at this, I said, "Hey, this some shit, you bold." Went out here and made a film and disrespected these people and everything they stood for.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And then the scalping thing, that was that's not a native, indigenous people thing. That was a European thing. They was scalping.
Yeah. I know. But no, I mean, I just wanted to just kind of set the scene right, because I know, like, within that show was like a parody about Thanksgiving. And I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, dang, man, they up there, they really, how they was doing the play, and from the white people perspective, calling them savages and all of that good stuff, and they were kind of like telling the truth. And even though it was like a parody and supposed to be a comment, a joke, and all that kind of stuff, I know the first time I saw that years ago, I was like, man, dang, that's cold blooded. So I just decided to start that out. But anyway, man, how's it going, comrade?
It's all right, comrade. It's been peaceful for me. I just stayed out of everybody's way. They walking around here, telling each other happy Thanksgiving, and I made sure I stay out the way, because I think that's just total disrespect. It comes from a lack of knowing their own situation around here. I haven't celebrated that since I became conscious.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to stay away from people on that day, because to me, okay. I asked the brother today. I said, how would it feel if they made a holiday out of when they kidnapped us off of the continent and drug us over here? Or how about they made a holiday on the days about women being raped by them, or how would it feel? Just those type of things that tell you to celebrate these days that they did all these atrocities to you. I said, no, I can't celebrate my enemy's days that he won his battles and wars against other nations of people. It's my enemy. Why would I help him celebrate? Why would I participate with his shit? I'm against it.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah,
Send
definitely.
it out.
Definitely. When you look at it, most holidays, I won't say most holidays, but a lot of holidays, um, as far as America is concerned, is has its roots in murder and genocide. I mean, they celebrate Columbus Day, President's Day, 4th of July. All of this, because like even when you look at the 4th of July, America's Independence Day, not our Independence Day, but America's Independence Day. African people, our people was in a condition of chattel slavery. And even when saw the creation of the Star Spangled Banner or whatever, the national anthem, in what the 5th verse, it gives reference to enslaved African people. Most people don't know that the national anthem has like 5 verses in it, and it has a specific line that talks about enslaved African. And basically, the history behind that was during the war, and it was a specific battle. I can't recall off the top of my head, but the British soldiers were basically told to the enslaved African, yo, if y'all insurrect and y'all join us, we'll set you free. So you start having insurrections all over in plantations, and black people were joining the British Army. So like in their national anthem, they basically said, no refuge can save the hireling or slave from the flight of the night and the gloom of the grave. Basically saying all y'all enslaved Africans and poor white indigent servants or whoever did join the side of the British Army, we gonna kill y'all. That's basically what they saying in the national anthem. So it's like all of their holidays basically are anti-Indigenous people, anti-African people, anti-Chicano people, anti-everybody except white people, when you look at it. And that's just real. I always been one to say, like, at this point, a particular point in my life, that we should figure out a way to flip holidays. Because I know when I first came to Memphis, one of the first things that I did as far as a program, anything I started, I did a program that was on Memorial Day. Memorial Day. It was on Forest Park. That was back in the day. They had a grand statue of Nathan Bedford Forrest. You know who that is?
One of the slave owners, right? Didn't they take that statue down out of there?
Yeah, he was a slave breeder. He had a slave breeding farm, but he's most known for he was the first Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. And they had they had a gigantic statue of him downtown Memphis, Tennessee. One quite downtown, close to downtown, in the heart of Memphis, Tennessee. He was on a horse, lifestyle statue.
Yeah, I remember that. They took that down, though, didn't they?
Yeah, they took it down. But like back way before any controversy about the parks and stuff went on, we used to do an annual event up there called How Soon We Forget. And we did it on Memorial Day because that's the day you're supposed to memorialize all the fallen soldiers and all that kind of stuff. So our idea was, we've been at war with America, and our fallen soldiers, the casualties of war, never get even mentioned. So we took that day to acknowledge our fallen soldiers. And we have gigantic pictures of African people who had been lynched and murdered, and just put them all over the park, right, all around the statue. And we used to have a program about that, like every year before it was even a controversy about the statue. So it's like ever since then, my thought would be, wouldn't it be more useful to take some of these holidays and flip them? You know what I'm saying? And try to use the energy that's generated from it is either some type of teaching tool or some kind of other tool. Because I remember my Comrades Power and Future and later Brothers Keeper, every Thanksgiving, every Christmas too, they would go down and feed the homeless. And that ultimately expanded to a big program that they used to do like every week or every other week. And it was a good opportunity just really to really firsthand see the ills effect of capitalism, see how it's devastating in society, and one, to humble yourself and to just be, you know what I'm saying, elevate yourself as a human being, to really get in contact with your real humanity. Because when you see like a child on the street, they have no place to go, when you have a conversation with somebody who's sincerely, you know, appreciative, or somebody just, you know, giving a damn enough about them to give a hand, that you know, I mean, it elevates your conscience, and it make you want to do more. It make you want to participate more. It makes you want to, you know. So I always thought, you know, with anything that we do, that far as like supporting the war effort and supporting our struggle, we shouldn't just look at these holidays and write a mad post, be like, why you doing this and why you doing that? We should actually play an active role in changing, you know, what they actually mean. Because the reality is, I realized a long time ago, if we just sit back and we just complain about somebody, you know, doing something on Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever it is, it's really a losing battle. I mean, if you are real smart about it, you can use that as a teaching topic, because a lot of people just don't know. But if we just complain about it, you know, being mad about it, being bitter, we really ain't changing nothing. We ain't doing nothing. You just, you know, being mad or being whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's kind of my thought process about the whole holidays. You know, 'cause I mean, I literally, like, every year, Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, all that, I just walk around, fuck this holiday. Why y'all happy? You know what I'm saying? And then I realized, I was like, damn, man, I ain't doing shit but being mad. You know, it's like people ain't, like, I got a couple of people that I might educate on, but for the most part, they looking at me side-eyed. And, you know, that's why I say, you know what? Let's try to flip some of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But
that's good. You know, I mean, that's an idea on how to deal with it. I've taken those steps at points in time too. It's just more so when them holidays come, okay, because you know my days out there in the street with my family, them days is when they come together strong, right? The numbers of my family is like a family reunion thing, and
yeah.
and I noticed that about a lot of Black people. That we celebrate these people's holidays like this, right? And it just, to me, it's been this thing like, damn, the times when we can get along with each other the most and want to be around each other the most, holidays and funerals.
Yep.
Man, that's fucked up, you know. And okay, if we're gonna come together on holidays, why we don't celebrate none of our own holidays? Let's celebrate some of our holidays and come together.
That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
you know what I'm saying? We have plenty of holidays.
I think a big part of that, it kind of go back to, you know, what we trying to do, period. You know what I'm saying, with the whole New African Independence movement, and things of that nature.
Right.
Because, like, ultimately, Amin Ra, what's up, Amin Ra? Celebrating 50 years. Okay. I ain't oh, you talking about Thanksgiving. But yeah, when you talking about the New African Independence movement, because one of the reasons why it's so hard to get people not to celebrate the holidays is because everything is kind of set up for you to celebrate. You're gonna get let off work. A lot of things gonna be closed down. They're gonna put the stuff on TV that you want to watch. It's kind of set out for you to take this time for you to have nothing to do but be at home, be with family, do whatever, and all that type of shit. When most of the other times of the year is you deal with work and all type of other shit, and when you ain't working, life, and you gotta, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of set up for you
to get around.
That. Yeah, it's hard.
Right.
It's hard.
Yeah,
yeah, so, you know, that's why I think, you know, when you have control of your own government, control of, you know, you have self-determination, then you can set up like, okay, you know what, Malcolm X's birthday, you don't have to go to school for that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna close down everything at a certain time, let everybody off work, and now, we gonna advertise that these are the traditions you do, for hey, the whole week of Kwanzaa, after so-called New Year's. I mean, after the Christmas holiday and stuff like that, we got things set up. You ain't got to go back to work for a whole week or however you manage that.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, really, at this point, and it's like I feel I don't even tell people don't do certain things anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's hard for me to say, well, you know what? Go see your family on another day. Because I'll be like, that's counterproductive, because I personally think you should see your family anytime you got the opportunity to. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, don't see it another day. Like, see your family this day and the other day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, that's just how I look at it, and that just, I don't know if that's growth, or some people might say, oh, you full of shit or all that kind of stuff, and I might be, I don't know, but it's just my analytical eye. I try not to look at things from an emotional standpoint. I try to look at it from like what's going to actually help us. And family is the foundation of our nation. It always go nation, community, and now it go family, nation, family, community, nation, race.
Right.
So family has always been the foundation. So because I've seen a lot of people say, well, this the only day you can get off and see your family and all that kind of stuff. No, with effort, of course, you should make effort to see your family all the time. But I can't, in good conscience, say, well, hey, your family invited you over, to spend the day with them. Don't go do it, because that don't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel that it got to be something that we can do that can take all of the positive aspects of this thing, because it's positive and negative in all things. But we can take the positive aspect and we can flip that negative. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's an educational moment, an educational tool, to educate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like Thanksgiving is a great time to teach about the genocide in which the European people have placed upon the world. I mean,
Yeah.
But anyway, man, that's just my little soapbox. Cause like that's something I be thinking about a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because like my mother is deceased. My father is deceased. My older brother is deceased. And I got a younger brother and an older sister. Anytime they think like, hey, we getting together and stuff like that, I feel like I ain't shit if I said, well, no, I ain't gonna do it. I'm free. I'm capable of doing it, but I'm not gonna do it because I ain't doing this white man holiday. And I'm like, well, damn, seems like the white man just won, because he keeping me away from my family. So you know what I'm saying? That's so I be thinking about that shit, a lot. Be like, damn, my fucking hypocrite.
Let me ask this question.
What's up?
I mean, you didn't work today, did you? You spent time with your family?
I went down to see him.
Okay.
I saw my sister, my brother, and my grandson.
Well, at least you were blessed to do that, because I didn't even get a phone call from nobody. I said, I'm gonna see if anybody gonna call me.
Damn, comrade.
You first time my phone rang. Yeah, you first time my phone rang. So I guess I am the Ralph that's still in there Christmas holidays. But now you know, I stopped trying to reach my family personally on that level about uh the holidays, because they seem like they seem to take it as some kind of an attack, because I'm trying to just speak with them
Mm-hmm.
about, look, this is what took place on these days. Because they'll be like, well, Daddy, you don't celebrate. I said, I celebrate life every day. But do I celebrate a day like today? How can I celebrate a day that these people was murdered and killed? If I'm going to
Yeah.
come with y'all and get together with y'all, and I know y'all there today, that's cool for me to do it on that. But for that purpose, but for the purpose of what it represents and all that, I mean, I just think that's disrespect, you know. Because like I said, I
Yeah.
don't want nobody to make a holiday of our genocide and our enslavement and our oppression and exploitation. harmful
Yeah.
to me mentally. You know, and I don't try to put that on nobody, so it doesn't really. I don't think it just bothered me to not be around or not get the phone call or anything like that. I think they may just take it a different way. So in
Mhm.
order for me not to take their happiness and if they happy right now, cool. I probably want to be honest. I kind of want to call, but it'd be a lot of people around, so it's like I'm trying to holler in the phone. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me
Yeah.
now? Can you hear me? Because everybody around, but being in my nephew just passed, I know it's not the same. And let me ask you something, comrade. My sister said they put her in line to bury my nephew. They ain't buried my nephew yet.
Hold on. Say that again now.
Yeah, he get buried this Saturday. It's going on 3 weeks now. He get buried Saturday. They just not gonna bury him. And it ain't because of the money. They put him in line. They put him in line. Said Memphis has got so many deaths and so many murders and
Dang.
homicides going on right now that they had to put them in line 3 weeks.
Wow.
Nephew done got killed. They just not gonna bury him Saturday.
Wow. Damn, that's something else right there.
It messed me up when I heard. I'm like, what? And I
Mm.
thought it was the money situation, but it's not what the money situation at all.
Dang. I don't heard damn everything now. Dang. Um that's I mean, I can see that because things again really, really well, that thing ain't getting it. They already outrageous within our community. You know what I'm saying? With the violence and really a culture of violence and a mentality, behind it. Man, I was driving my son, I think that was yesterday or something. And it was on like one of the radio stations. The radio station be playing a lot of rap music. And I was
Mm.
listening to this dude and he said, I killed what it was, name to the named, and I was like, I'm listening to it. I'm like, hold on, did this dude just admit to a murder on the song?
Mm.
And I'm like, and my brother,
Hold
yeah,
on,
yeah.
you ain't talking about the one that killed the young Dolph brother? I've been reading that. I think if we talking about the same one, this guy is locked up for killing young Dolph, and
Oh no, I'm not talking about
he
him. No, I'm not
released
talking
the
about him.
song. Okay.
No,
I'm just saying he released the song. I said you gotta be the stupidest motherfucker.
oh yeah, that shit was ridiculous as hell. Them motherfuckers dropping
Almost
videos
stopped the
and shit
song.
when they on the run.
I
Yeah,
said,
yeah,
damn.
that shit was really. Now there was something relatively new because it was like just yesterday. So the song is something that's recent and is out now. And
Okay.
yeah. So I asked my son, I was like, damn, he was like, yeah, he just admitted to a murder. And I was like, man, ain't that crazy? He was like, man, my son told me that it's people who like murder somebody and then do a doggone music video in front of the funeral.
Damn.
Shit like that. I'm like, man, this shit ridiculous, dude. This is crazy.
Damn. Yeah, that's some hardest people out here now, man. I mean, people just don't. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the hell this is, comrade. I mean, I don't know when this got started, but I know it's some heartless people out here now. And
Well, I mean, it's a combination of things. It's a combination of things. One, the typical thing that we always this clear to see. Um, poverty breeds crime. System, miseducated. Living on a system that tells you that you worthless, that creates a black inferiority complex, and then you add that with um an entertainment system that rewards self-destructive behavior. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you come out, with songs talking about murder and glorifying the drug use now and all that type of shit. Like just like did I show you that clip of that Jewish dude who
yeah,
was yeah, the record industry. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get
he don't
rewarded
know
for
who.
saying that. Yeah, when you get rewarded for promoting things that are self-destructive, you know, if that can be a source of resources, then you're gonna see more and more of that shit. You know, anything that can bring money to you and shit like that and bring success to you, you're gonna see people copying it and duplicate it and all that type of thing, because success just breeds more, you know. So like once they said, well, yo, we'll pay you a whole lot of money if you say this, and that on your records, you're gonna see more people doing it. And things develop from the simple to the complex. And that shit, a combination of all that thing just don't explode it within our fucking community. And then we got this thing in our community, like the whole, you know, snitches get stitches. And
not no more.
So
This
what?
Is running shit. I said these
For real?
snitches running shit. Not no more. These snitches running shit. They ain't getting stitches. They running this motherfucker.
They running shit. No, but I was looking at and the thing, and I do understand what you're saying and stuff like that, but it's like it's really a mentality. This kind of destructive far as our community is concerned, because a lot of times in the community we be protecting the wrong motherfuckers. Like the whole, you know, no snitching policy that came from back on the plantation, because anytime you told on a fellow African for doing something wrong, trying to escape or trying to read, you know, murder came behind that. And a lot of times viciously murdered, like being decapitated, burned alive, hung, all of that type of thing. Those type of things happen with that. So you quickly got the message. Yeah, don't snitch. You know, we don't snitch, you know, don't tell and all that. That's where it came from. But it developed to a point in the community where you can have somebody shoot up a whole neighborhood, kill a 5-year-old baby, but we got like no snitch, no snitching, no snitching. You know, somebody can come and they can rob you, beat your ass up, put you in a hospital. You know who it is, but if you tell the cops, they're gonna be like, you snitching. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know, snitching was never in the whole no snitch concept was never meant to protect predators who are preying upon the people. That ain't how that shit went, but it's like a lot of our people think that way. Now, like how you talking, you know, one of the predators go out and get picked up by the police and he go tell on everybody. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That shit happen a lot. But when it comes to the community, you know, a lot of people, you know, going around just killing. That's why it's so easy for a lot of us to kill, because it's so easy to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't in the position where we're like, well, damn, this is a person who was a murderer in our community. He need to get the fuck up out of our community. We need to get rid of these people who going around killing and shit like that. Instead, what we'll end up doing is he killed one of ours. Well, fuck it. The way we handle that is we gonna kill one of yours, whether it's the person, the shooter, or just somebody associated with him. And that just perpetuates the problem, make it bigger and badder, and it grows worse and worse and worse. So instead of one person being removed from the community that's violent and predatory, we just got a whole lot of other people just dying and dying and dying, and it snowballs and gets out of effect to we guys just got a lot of senseless violence. It's normal murder and death has become normalized in our community. And it's reinforced by the music, it's reinforced every time you see something that happens to us. When you see Kyrie Irving tweeting some shit about Black history, and they come down on you, say, how dare you tweet some shit about your history that makes us look bad and shit like that. That gives a message to every Black person, every Black man, that you ain't about shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you can go around and you can be on a song, you can talk about murdering every Black person in the world, but a motherfucker who tweets some shit that offend the motherfucker that's true, oh, they get everything took from them and shit like that. All this is a combination of things. It's like we're being told on so many levels that our life is worthless from all angles and all of these type of things, and this is what you get. You know, that's how I see it. It ain't just no one thing. It ain't just, oh, we just need to act better. I mean, shit, we do, but it's a whole lot of other things that go along with that. Whole lot of things that need to complain. Some of them in our control, a lot of them not. You know.
Yeah.
So
What
that's my thought.
yeah. I was gonna ask you what comments we got in there.
Oh, we just got
Well,
I ain't
we
celebrated
got
in 50 years. We really ain't got, everybody out there watching, I can't see your name, I can't see you. Give us a like, man. Check in. Let me see who you are. All I see is one comment from a brother by the name of Amun Ra.
I was asking because I was trying to figure out, being that I logged in through this YouTube station instead of Facebook, because I gotta activate my Facebook page, and I was
Yeah,
wondering, did my people jump on that, and my friends and whatnot.
I don't
And
know.
I was thinking, I was like, damn, I might have to go to the
Well,
Facebook page and get back on.
I know. I can't send my computer down. Usually, I go and I'll be sharing it live on different pages. But I can't really do that right now because my computer jacked up on me. That really sucks.
We got to bring the people in. I might need to go and log into my page. If I pull out of here and go and log in, all I gotta do is go back from the same way I came in with the same link you sent me, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That shouldn't take them but a second. Tell me if you still hear me.
Okay.
Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. You just
Okay,
froze
well,
up like you're doing electric boogaloo.
I ain't got my mouth open or nothing.
No, actually, it was a decent spot. That'd be messed up, you freeze up. You got a all awkward look, mouth all open,
Yeah, hey,
mouth coming out.
hey. Let me see.
Nah, look like you posing for GQ magazine.
Oh damn. Yeah, I'm just trying to put my Facebook page up and running in. So that's what I gotta do.
Yeah. See, you got your Facebook up. Oh shit. Uh, you might see if you could, I think go to maybe my page, or see if you
Uh,
see it and share it.
okay, okay. Let me see if I do that.
That'll help.
Trying something, y'all.
We got a couple of people on seeing us, not the usual thing. I don't know. Everybody might be over there eating turkey or something. Oh, I see 3 people. That might be you. The third person you don't got on. Oh, okay, you off now. Well, anyway, since I guess I'm gonna be talking to y'all, want to welcome everybody on the podcast. Like I said, give us a like, share this, let everybody know what we trying to do, because all we trying to do is educate people, man. Spread knowledge, spread information, and what better time to spread information than on this Thanksgiving weekend? It's Thanksgiving Day, which we have labeled this show Happy Genocide of Indigenous People Day. When you think of the concept of Thanksgiving, like the whole audacity that the power structure will have to, actually frame a holiday as this is the day in which pilgrims came and united with native people and did all of these type of different things, and when in fact they it was like the murder of and genocide of a people, but you're gonna name a holiday after this. And I mean, it's extremely disrespectful, and it's something that I think we should educate our youth, educate our children about, educate our families about, especially if you're gonna get together with your family. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, because I would never say no, don't go visit your family, because that seems counterproductive to me. That doesn't seem like that help, because the foundation of the nation is the family, man, woman, and child. That's the original trinity, the man, woman, and child. But while you're with your family, let's probably educate them. You know what I'm saying? Let's educate, like, okay, yeah, I love, being with everybody. I love spending this time with everybody. But do you know really what happened back in the day? You know, the story isn't what they say it is. You know, we got to properly teach our children the truth about society, about the system, about everything. Because if you're not preparing them to go out into this world, to face this world for what it really is. And a lot of people are like that. They go out into the world and then they try to just navigate things, and they get a rude awakening. You know, they get hit and be like, okay, we ain't necessarily all treated equally in the same. And they're not prepared for that. And they're not equipped to deal with that. So that's why it's really important for us to teach the truth about all things, especially about these holidays. And personally, you know, it is my belief that we should collectively make an effort to flip these holidays. You know what I'm saying? Change them to something that is positive and productive for our struggle, for our movement, for the things that we're trying to do, and not just blindly follow. You know what I'm saying? And my comrade T was just completely dropped out. I guess he's gonna be right back in. But yeah, you know, make sure y'all give us a like, share this, let everybody know what we're trying to do, because all we're trying to do is educate, build bridges, bring communities together so we can fight this enemy that, you know, we all have, because we share a common oppression, a common oppressor, or an oppressor who has oppressed the entire world, the entire globe, actually. So we got a lot more in common than we have differences. So, you know, I've said, let's unite, get together, work collectively, and go to war with this beast, because this beast, this system has went to war with us, with indigenous people, with African people, with people all over the planet, indigenous people all over the planet. They have slaughtered, they have murdered, all in the name of stealing resources. They have forced religion upon us for the purpose of pacifying us. They have destroyed our history, our culture, hid our language, our belief systems. And this is not just African people. This is people all over the world. All over the world, you see the same thing happening to non-white people all over the world. So, you know, like I said, that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to destroy this illegal system and ultimately bring a better world so humanity can rise. Because if the system falls, humanity can rise. And I'll bring my comrade Tiba back in. So I just been rambling, going on like wow.
Look, I don't know what I'm going. Okay, I logged in. I got two accounts. For some reason, it won't let me log in. This here show. This here show. Let me turn this off. Hold on.
Hello, you I think your headpiece kind of ain't working that good. I can't hardly hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. I turned it off because brother came in. Let him greet you, and you greet him.
What's up, brother? How you doing, comrade?
I'm all right. I'm sitting there still fighting the struggle that I'm dealing with right now.
I hear you. Are you still sick a little bit under the weather?
No, man. I just finished dealing with the payroll board, you know, and shit.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. All right.
They snap me again, you know.
Dang. Dang. Well, man, you know, just try not to be too down on it, man. Keep your head up and keep fighting.
I ain't got no choice. That's the only choice I got is to keep on fighting.
Yeah.
You know how long the brother been down, right?
How long?
How old are you? I've been down probably as long as you've been alive twice.
Oh yeah, I'm 48.
No, well.
I figure you did. Yeah, I figure you must think I'm younger than I am, because I was like, man, I don't think I've been down for 80-some years.
I've been down 50 of them, though.
Ooh, man.
Born when I came.
Dang, comrade. Ooh, man. Wait, man. Hey, like I said, man, brother, man, you know, keep your head up. You got some
Oh,
people out there who support you, got your back on the outside.
we had Hamisha son on here.
Oh, you did.
Well, I mean, he was in part of the audience. Yep.
Yeah,
Yup.
I forgot to tag him in.
but I realized that it was realized that it's just another part of the struggle. It's just another part of the
Mm-hmm.
struggle, and I keep banging at them. I'm gonna go ahead and go political prisoner on them motherfucking ass. I'm gonna go ahead and start dealing with the paperwork.
I hear you.
That's
I hear you.
the only fight I got right now. I don't know
Yeah.
nobody with no helicopter.
I don't know. That might be something we need to be working on.
Yeah, it would be nice. But the bad thing about that is the way these devils play now. They read newspapers from outer space and shit. So like,
Yeah. Oh.
if you get found you find yourself off in the jungles down in Brazil or in the mother continent of Africa, like
Mhm.
they liable, to go ahead and reach down from the heavens and see, with the face
Yeah, I know, man. I know that surveillance is crazy nowadays, man. They looking at your ass from outer space, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's another part of the fight,
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm used to it. Like I said, it's about since 17. This is the seventh time I've been up in front of the board.
Mm. Dang, Comrade. Yeah, like I said, man, just hang in there. Keep fighting, man. Keep hollering at us, man, so you can keep educating these people on the outside. We need what's in
who
your
my
head,
protest
Comrade.
is,
We need that.
You know who my protest is, don't you?
So what now?
You know who I got protesting me, don't
Well,
you?
team.
Take your wildest guess who I got is coming in my parole here and saying, do not let him go. Please do not let him out again.
Hold on, who that? Who that? Who protesting?
I got the lieutenant governor coming to every one of my hearings saying no.
Damn, Comrade. Oh shit.
How old is this lieutenant governor?
He's young. He's a lot. He tried to build his political career on me.
Mm,
He
mm.
tried to build a political career on me. And when he came to talk to me and, threaten me and all that other shit, I told him he needed to get out of the penitentiary before I beat his ass.
Yeah.
Fake looking shoes he had on, And he never forgot. He carried it with him. So I mean, like your youth can get you in places that it's very hard for you to get out of.
Damn. That man got a real deal grudge against you. Mm.
Yeah, but it's all right. I'm gonna beat him eventually. Time is on my side.
Mm-hmm.
I know it don't sound like it, but time is on my side.
Man.
I live righteously. I live righteously, and the things that I live and I stand on, they're righteous things. And I hate saying it, he a devil. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The devil gonna go anyway.
Yeah, man. I had about two or three thoughts just running my head, and I can't say none of them right now. They're just so inappropriate. But hey, I feel you, Comrade. I'm gonna be thinking about this shit all night. Damn, Lieutenant Governor. Anyway.
Look here. I'm gonna come and I'm gonna speak with y'all later.
All right.
What you were trying to
reach out to my fam before everybody get out of town.
Or if we make it in time, I will most definitely come get you.
Okay.
All
right. Cool. Straight. Free land, my brother.
Free the land. I am my will.
I'm gonna go see if I can find me some turkey somewhere.
I hear you.
Hey, was you serious? Looking at cooler right there. Looking at red cooler. I got some. You can have.
Man, I'm gonna go ahead and make somebody give me a meal.
No, I'm saying you want some turkey?
I'm gonna make somebody give me a meal.
Okay. They give me turkey every day. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Because I've been giving diet trays, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's like this raw diet they consider, but it's basically every tray has had rice on it for some reason. It's a bunch of carbs and like I said, it ain't even no vegetables on there. I don't even understand these people at this prison. And it's really up to the prisoners. They have
Mm-hmm.
no clue about eating vegetables. Not a
Mm.
clue. Not a clue. Their entire diet up here is carbs, starch, and some type of fake meat.
Damn. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of just basically miseducation because there's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people. I remember I was talking
I
to
talked to
this
guys
one, yeah, I
about
was talking to this one lady, and she was like, she didn't understand why I was vegan. You know, because from her perspective, the only reason you would ever be a vegan is because you love animals and you don't like killing animals for food. And honestly, I had no idea that's why some people was vegan. I thought it was always a health choice. You know, I didn't even realize they are like what you call those. I forgot what you call them, but the people who don't believe in harming animals and all that type of shit.
yeah,
Because I
yeah,
wanted one of them because if I was in a survival situation, then hell, you know, whatever I get to kill, that's what it is gonna be. You know.
hmm
Um, yeah, I mean, animals cool, but I don't like them like that. Um, so it's like I was talking to this lady. She was like, "Yeah, but why would you be a vegan? You ain't, it ain't about the animals." And I was like, "No, it's a health reason." They're like, health? What did it have to do with anything? I was like, "Well, you do realize what you eat plays a big part of in your overall health." She's like, "No, I never heard of this. No, I never heard of this." And I'm like, "Yeah, And I mean, she the type of person who will have a plate full of food and be saying she on a diet because she's drinking a diet coke. You know,
Wow, wow,
yeah, like so
wow.
that's the level of knowledge that we're dealing with when it concerns the
But
health.
I
You
can't
know, I
even
was,
I can't say
I
on
was like,
top.
I thought that was common sense. Everybody know, what you eat plays a part of it. But I have a lot of relatives, especially older relatives. They got sick with different conditions, and it took them getting sick before they realized that their diet. Because I remember me before my uncle passed away, we met him. We was at his hospital room, and all of us, my uncles and stuff, and aunts were there. And they was like saying, "Well, yeah, we didn't know that the food we eating is really killing us and all of that type of stuff." And I'm like, well, I've been telling you, but I guess it don't really count until a doctor tell you or the white person tell you.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, it's a big
That would be the case.
we miseducated on a lot of shit.
You know, I mean, I done ran into similar experiences with
Mm-hmm.
but the people that I run a similar experience with Muslims on
Mm-hmm.
why not to eat pork. Theirs
Mm-hmm.
is based on their religious doctrine. I'm like, brother, you shouldn't eat it because of the health situation, not just
Yeah.
because practicing Islam. And there's a lot of brothers behind these walls that's uneducated about that. I
Mm-hmm.
say, I don't eat it because of the health situation. It ain't got nothing to do with no religious practice, you know. But that's what kind of weird me out. Like, damn, you don't understand it from that perspective. You know, the thing's serious, bro. It's
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
I know people like that who they'll be coming up like, yeah, we got some hot dogs, some beef hot dogs. I'm like, well, that ain't really much better. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Cow just got a better reputation than pigs, but as far as your health, shit, beef stay into your body. It's hard as hell to digest beef.
Meat stay in your body over about 4 to 5 days, right? Now, this is the
Hmm.
thing. What I was pointing out to guys at the other camps about this meat and stuff, right? Is we was going to the cafeteria, and it's summertime. This is close to Memphis. What I'm talking about, one of the prisons where I was like an hour away from Memphis, right? And
Yeah.
and somebody had dropped one of those beef patties on the ground, breakfast beef patties we had, and this thing stayed on the ground for some days, right? All right, but like the day that I noticed it, I say around that afternoon, it had started deteriorating. Cause now
Mm-hmm.
Costa Rica it get hot as hell out there now. We reaching damn near. I mean, in the summer, we talking about the summer out here in on this end of Tennessee, on that end of
Yep.
Tennessee, and so it's hot in the motherfucker. Um, 96, 90, 97 degrees is your normal body temperature.
Yeah.
It's like 91, 92 out there. This meat then turned to all kind of things, bacteria and bug looking shit, look like it's growing out of it and whatnot. And I was telling the brothers, I said, now your body's 97 degrees, and that meat that you eat is staying in your body for about 5 days. What you think it's doing if you see what it's doing right now? That was out there from this morning. We had them breakfast beef patties that morning. Now here it is this afternoon, about 4 or 5 o'clock, and that thing look like that.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't even get up to no 90. It probably I think it got like to 92 degrees, 93 degrees that day. That was the high. I said, now look at it. Now just imagine that sitting in your body for about 4 or 5 days. That's
Mm-hmm.
gonna fuck you up. That's gonna mess you up, and then you got that shit growing in you. Yeah. And so you wondering why you getting sick and shit, why your body breaking down like that. About what you putting in
Exactly.
your body, man.
Exactly, comrade. Man, exactly. I'm like, damn. But yeah, it's a lot of us just don't know. We've been raised on a slave diet. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of things we inherit from that period of time when our ancestors were enslaved, and we just carried it on. You know, and diet is one of it. They used to call that what living low on the hog. You know, living high on the
High
hog. You
on the
got
hog, yeah. Living high
yeah, you
on the
know,
hog.
yeah,
You know, I heard a speech about a Minister Farrakhan years ago, and he said, of course, you know, and I'm paraphrasing, he was like, of course we don't eat the pork and things of that. And he said, but some of y'all taking it too far when y'all reaching that. I think he was talking to his flock, his congregation, right?
yeah.
He was like, some of y'all don't know how to really deal with people properly when you're going out there and trying to inform them about not touching that pork. He said this, you gotta understand some people money situation can only
Mm-hmm.
afford pork. He said if you tell them not to eat that, it's like, okay, don't eat this, but replace it with what?
Yeah.
If inside the food industry, the pork thing is cheap. That's probably the
It
cheapest
is.
meat they got there. Well,
Yep.
they
It is.
want to make somebody that don't have much money but needs food on the table, and he is a person that eat meat, and that's probably their main staple dish for them to probably buy that which they can afford. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he said so it's gonna be kind of hard dealing with. You got to do more than just because I think he was saying that they was criticizing them. So you can't
Mm-hmm.
criticize people like that. You know, you have to educate them properly so they would make better uh decisions around what they would decide to, you know, buy for food and whatnot because people are still trying to survive. I
Yep.
think that was, the way he explained it, I enjoyed it because I've heard guys just bash people about that, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
don't think the best approach for some maybe, but for most people, I don't think that's the best approach because it becomes offensive, and most people is gonna reject it because I mean, like I said,
Yep.
that's what their money can afford. Ain't for,
Yep.
you know, yeah.
Yep. One thing I noticed that a lot of times when we get conscious, we develop this superiority complex because you know something that the masses don't, and we start to kind of look down on people who don't know. just like what you was talking about, he started bashing people for eating pork, eating, you know, all this kind of stuff that you know better. And I always be, you know, wanting to be like, you know, that's, or at least I always thought that's something, you know, we should kind of address ourselves about, because I mean, a lot of people don't know better, so they don't do better. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the holidays, I don't really believe in bashing people about doing whatever they do on the holidays. You know, I always say, be like, well, you know, I don't really care what you do, but understand why you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? And consider maybe taking some of their time, energy, and resources and investing it in something that's going to do some actual good with you, your family, your community, nation, and race. You know, that's all. Like even in Christmas, I'd be like, I don't care what you celebrate, but you know, you might want to consider, instead of spending a whole bunch of money on some gifts and all this type of stuff that ain't really teaching your children anything, you might want to invest that same money into something that's productive or something positive, something that's going to bring about something good for you know, whatever, even if it's just for your family, for your community, for something, you know, something that's going to benefit you, opposed to just put you in debt because you don't spend more money than you can afford, but you're trying to keep up with the Joneses so you can have this Christmas and you can splurge and say, I got this and I got that, you know. Now, which really don't really mean anything, just going to bring you hardship for the next 9 months.
You know, that's funny. Our people, man, we still got that slave plantation mentality on when it comes down to things that we wear. And, you know, we place a value on what a person got on.
Yep.
If he got on rags, he ain't shit. If he got on, you know, the latest design and all that old shit, that you oohing and ah, that, you know, that's still, I read where, you know, that was the slaves. They would get the hand-me-downs from the slave master, since they was already wearing these old rags and stuff. But when they get the slave master hand-me-down, it associated him with power amongst the other slaves as somebody that has. So we still got that same mentality that when a person put these clothes on, that's a person that has something. It associated him with power. We don't recognize what real power is. We think power is about what kind of clothes we got on, what type of car we drive, how much money we got in our bank accounts and pocket. That ain't power.
Yep.
That ain't even nowhere near power.
Yep.
You know?
But the main thing about it, you know, I think the reason why that is because we've been stripped of power so much, and we feel power, especially as men, but women too. We don't know what power is. You know, well, it ain't we don't know what power is. We don't have it, and so we replace it with symbols of powers. Like, you know, I can look like I'm important. You know, I can drive something to make me seem like I'm important. I can put stuff on to make me feel like I'm important. But when I go out in the world, everything else tells me you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So you being a black man, a black person, a human being, that ain't enough. So you got to add all type of accessories to fill in that big old hole that's been made from living under a system of white supremacy. Then you've been told and shown every day that you worthless. You ain't, you know, you're not valued. You're not a valued human being. So just being a human being, I mean, especially being a black human being, it ain't good enough. We gotta, you know, we gotta shine. We always gotta, you know,
outdo
I think that's why that's kind of, you know, why it's like a lot of times black people feel like we just gotta be seen all the time. Just gotta be like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Because if I don't tell you to look at me, then I ain't gonna matter, you know.
Right. We say always trying to be heard, seen, and recognized.
Yep.
And that recognition, we want to be seen by our slave master, be seen as a human being and a man. So we go all out our way to make sure that they do that.
Yep. And our main thing is being that we've been taught to hate ourselves. Because like when you look at all of the murders and all of that, I think Nipsey Hussle said this. I wish I could find the clip, but he said something real profound. he said that like when we going out on our missions in our hood and going to the other side of the ops or whatever, you might see a group of geeky, nerdy looking guys with backpacks. We pass right by them. You know, might look at some white dudes or something like that. We pass right by them. But when you see a guy who got the same clothes as you do, the same style, the same swag, the same walk, same everything as you do, they be like, there you go, get them. They said subliminally, what we doing is we really just killing ourselves. We looking at ourselves as the enemy because subconsciously we hate ourselves. That's why you pass up everybody that don't look like you, and you go for the ones that dislike the exact copy of yourself, and that's who you go out there, you get. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I said that to say that being the fact that we've been taught to hate ourselves so much that hold on, comrade, I gotta do something real quick.
I keep cutting my eye up here. My son is at this game, and the game is on TV, right? And he had he had some tickets so damn close. I thought he was sitting down there with the players on the team.
For real.
Yeah, he got some tickets, but cause I seen on the Instagram where he was, you know, doing his stuff or whatnot, and he was right there. So I keep cutting my eye, and then my sister said he saw my son in the stand on one of the games. He's like, man, I seen your son. I only watched this shit, right? But since I talked to my son the other day, like I'm gonna be at the game.
Is that the football game?
Yeah, Dallas and the Giants, New York Giants. I don't even watch it.
No, I'm actually, it's good you brought that up because I just read some before I came, you know, before I even got on the show. The owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, a photograph of him when he was young just surfaced of him at this protest in Arkansas when they was integrating the first black children going to this school. Right. And it was a group of white children protesting, blocking the school out, so preventing the black children from going into the school. And he was in that photo. And like he basically kind of played it off, saying, well, he was just curious, trying to see what was going on and all of that type of stuff. But
all of them was.
Yeah, yeah, you know, I'm seeing what my daddy do. My daddy said, nigger, you can't go in here. I'm gonna say, nigger, you can't go in, you know. But I'm just, you know, I'm looking at that and I'm like, well, damn, we just saw a basketball player have to apologize umpteen time, meet with Jewish leaders, spend $500,000 and do all kind of other things just so he could play basketball because he shared a link to something that is being sold on Amazon, you know. But you got a picture of this NFL owner who was in a photograph of people who was outwardly racist and white supremacists. And I'm just wondering, I'm like, if it's everything all fair and equal, I think Jerry Jones ought to like have to meet with Louis Farrakhan and Dr. Umar Johnson, make us a public apology about 3 or 4 times and donate, you know, $500,000 to the New African Independence Movement. You know what I'm saying?
And that policy, that'll be a good start.
Yeah, that'll be a good
start.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that'll be all. I said that'll be a good start.
Yeah. It'll be a good faith gesture.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was reading that like right before I got on.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me, Comrades?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'll just put this thing back in my ear.
Oh, okay. You got all that big time technology.
Yeah, nah. I'm just trying to do that because when I be hearing people get close to the door or they be getting the guys next door, they'll get the officer to come open the door and I can hear his keys and I don't know if we be loud, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to make sure that I can be talking and I hear him, but you'll be talking and you ain't gonna hear him and you might not hear me say, go down, you know.
I got it.
Tone down, you know. So I try to just keep me with security. Dude.
I got you. That's what's up. That's what's up. Dang. But yeah, look like we kind of had a light audience today.
It's all good, comrade. You
Yeah, it's
know,
all good.
everybody's doing their thing today, and you know they probably around their loved ones. I mean, we just took us a little break or whatnot, and
Yeah,
yeah, everybody's probably around their loved ones, and you know, just enjoying the presence of their people right now. Probably watching the game,
yeah,
and it's all good.
yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. I ain't really big into football. Sports in general, you know. Occasionally I'll look at it, you know, I might support the local team, you know, see what's going on with that. Cause I know I knew some people who played for like the Memphis Tigers and you know, but other than that, I don't really just get too deep into it.
It's, excuse me, cover. It's really boring to me. I mean, for me to sit there and watch it, it's boring. Like, man, look, what? Tell them move, y'all.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm happy I said move. I started binge watching the 100. Remember that? Remember that
What's
TV
that?
series, the 100?
What? Oh, the 100. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you see it from? Did you watch all of it or what? Because it's like seven
So
seasons.
I think I started from the beginning and then I stopped. Um, I know when I stopped, there was a whole lot more that came afterwards. So I'm not up on what recently happened. Probably I ain't looked at it in maybe I don't know 5 years or a long time. But I saw it from the beginning.
Well, I didn't never see it from the beginning. Actually, I just when I went, I got put on maximum lockup, and I start the guys in the unit I was in. They were telling me, man, you gotta catch this show. 'Cause I ain't know what shows to watch. You know, because
Mm-hmm.
everybody, you know, kind of like got certain shows, and everybody watching it. We get together in the rec
Yeah.
cage, and they we kick our shit about the show or whatever. And so,
Okay.
like, man, TV, you gotta watch that 100, man. Watch the 100. What the fuck is 100? Man, put your TV on channel 5 and such and such. Like, all right, I put it on now. Like, okay, what the fuck is this? You know, I'm checking it out. Like, all right, okay, I like it, right? But I never really got a chance to know much of why the situation took place and what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got a little bored the other day. I said, man, let's start watching the show. I put it on there, and the beginning really has a lot of. You could tell the writer had been written. I mean, had been read a lot of revolutionary content, guerrilla warfare tactics,
Mm-hmm.
revolutionary ideologies. They pulled a military coup off in there. I'm like, whoa,
Yep.
for real? Okay. Then
Yep.
they had their little small civil war fractions and shit and
Mm-hmm.
survival techniques going on. I said, damn, okay. I said it drew me all the way in basically. You know, that's because that's
Yeah.
my
Nah,
kind of
nah, I
thing.
got that. That's how it happened to me. Like the first episodes, how they had the shit. You know, everything you talking
Yeah,
about. I was like, damn, this cold as hell. You know. You
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So yeah, the whole concept. Actually, you know, a couple of seasons out. You know, when it got more, you know, deeper into it, I ain't necessarily just lose interest, but you know, it didn't capture my attention like the beginning did. You know, the
Yeah.
beginning did. You
It's
know.
probably because when you cut off something, it's kind of hard to pull back in because you lose the storyline of what's going on and
Yeah.
whatnot. That's why when I start something like that, I like to binge watch it. Go ahead and watch it all the way through. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and the way I keep up. Well, I say that's what I'm probably watching for the whole weekend.
Yeah, that
The best
series been
one
out
probably.
a while. I didn't even know that was still going.
No, it ain't still going. I just I got the movie app thing, and I
I
was
got
like,
you.
no, actually I'm watching it on Netflix.
Okay.
I
Hey,
just
what's a
put
good
it on.
movie out? What's a good
I,
movie out?
I can give you the one I got, comrade. I probably just have to call you on video and show you how to walk you through it because I can't just say get it this way and then you go straight get it. It's
Yeah.
actually you got to do little steps and stuff. You got to make sure you do the right step, or else you know it ain't
Got
hard
you.
enough. I can do it within 15 seconds, maybe 15, 20 seconds. I'll show you, but I'm gonna have to show you. You know how to share your screen, right? When you video call, right?
It's crazy. I be into the whole bunch
Okay,
of technology, but I
I,
don't
I,
know.
I got it. I got it. I'm gonna take y'all through there, and then when I put this app on there, as long as you got a strong signal, pretty
Hmm.
much everything that come out at the movies, if it's out today, if it
Yeah,
ain't on there today, it'll be on there by this weekend for sure.
yeah,
Now, it depends whether or not it'll be in bootleg form for a few weeks
yeah,
before they put it in high definition. You know.
yeah. I got. Yeah, I pretty much. I all had movie sites like that before, but like every so often they'll try to shut them down and
A crash. Yeah.
they stop working. But so I ain't just recently. I ain't just even tried to update it into nothing. I just and like right now I ain't got Netflix or Amazon Prime or nothing like that. I be just looking at free stuff and looking at news and trying to find out what's going on in the world. Looking at
Yeah.
documentaries.
I've been running from all, and I'm ashamed to say it, but I've been running from any and all informative stuff, and I shouldn't be doing that. I
You
know
been
I
doing what?
should running from anything informative.
Mm,
I've been doing this uh overboard on entertainment, I guess. Um, and it's something I described to you though, comrade. It's like you ain't really got no conscious, active, conscious brothers up here where I'm
mm,
at.
yeah.
So it's draining my spirit. And I be telling myself all the time, bro, I want to get the fuck away from here. I don't want to be around y'all up here, man. Y'all, you like, don't say y'all. See, I'm saying y'all, brother. Y'all ain't conscious. Y'all ain't. This prison is geared towards more so just getting high and filling y'all belly. That's it,
Mm,
man. I want to get back to them other prisons back where I was at, where the conscious atmosphere is much more stronger. You got more brothers out there that's pushing each other to grow and develop. I'm damn near, well, I ain't gonna say damn near, I am the only brother up there doing it. And I'm not
dang.
patting myself on the shoulder doing for this. No, I'm not saying it. I'm literally saying if I grab some information and I said, all right, you ain't got brothers out here doing this. Uh, Grabbing this information. This is what I do every time I go to class. I take one of these. This is my copy. I make copies of whatever I'm going to talk about. Okay, this is revision of George Jackson's analysis of fascism right here. Right, this is the old
Mm,
document I had here. Uh, this is the difference between the black man and the nigger. I gotta make some more copies of this. I think I ain't got. Yeah, I
oh,
got
what document was that?
the difference between well, the difference between the black man. No, the black man versus the nigger. That's
Oh, the Black
basically
Man
what.
version. Who wrote that?
One of the Rosses down there in Florida, Ross Miles Jacob Marley. It's a
Okay.
good document, comrade. I share a little piece to you. It says the black man knows his history and is concerned about his future. The nigga doesn't care about his history and is bound to repeat it. Explanation. The true black man is interested in knowing where he comes from and the value of his existence as a people. He knows that this damn he knows that this knowledge can help him to have faith in himself because of the traits that he inherited from his ancestors. He seeks to find his position in the world and therefore can direct and conduct his behavior in a manner befitting his race. The nigger does not have time to research his roots. He's too busy doing those things which belittle his race, such as making bad grades in school, dropping out, etc. And so reaffirms the fact to the world that we are an ignorant people. If he does not learn about what happened in the past and why, he will be led to make the same mistakes that hurt our people in the first place. And it goes on saying more reason about like black man respects his woman and will not allow anyone else to disrespect a nigga would dog his woman out anywhere at any time. Explanation.
Mhm.
And it goes on. You know what I'm saying? It keeps going on and on and on. And which is a good document. That's one of the first documents I give to a lot of brothers, right? Because
Mhm.
I let them know we ain't gonna do this do this N word. You know, we ain't finna have that, brother. Let's
Yeah.
call each other better than that. You know. Then I got New African Oath, New African Pledge, New African, 7 Shades of Wisdom, 12 Commandments, New African 12 Commandments of Conscience, the English Sabbath, the New African Creed, the New African Declaration of Independence. I passed these out to brothers and stuff. Uh, just more and more documents like that. The people struggle. What is white supremacy? Um, I'm the only one on this compound doing this, comrade. I'm the only one who make copies like this and pass them out and got a classroom for us to sit down and talk about our people. Everything else, man, them folks is geared towards what white people got going on and how they trying to get more deeply rooted in that shit, you know, and if it ain't white people, it's some kind of religious doctrine or, you know, I attend other little class. I think I like an aftercare class, which deals with something I just started going back to. I started last Friday picking that back up. I used to go to the AA meetings, but it's too centered around their Christian belief.
What class was that? You just said not the A before the AA.
Oh damn, I ain't called the name. Aftercare. It's like a class that they deal with mental health, coping skills, stuff like that. I be posting a lot of them on my Facebook page from time to time. So because I got a lot of they little documents and stuff in there. They be having some decent little quotes and little stuff like that, little steps to, you know, lift yourself up.
I think that's something that we probably as conscious people should appreciate more of, because one thing it always bothers me is like people don't acknowledge information if it doesn't come from a certain source. You know, if it don't come from African perspective or anything like that. You know, I've always been the one who be like, wherever you find knowledge, if it's accurate and if it's useful, then we should apply it to what we're doing, because it ain't really about getting everything from a New African perspective. It's about putting things into a New African context and, you know, looking at it from a New African perspective. But but yeah, like when you say you in a class dealing with, like, you know, how to deal with your mental health and coping skills and understanding triggers, that's some shit that's needed, comrade. That's some shit that's like really, really needed. And just, you know, going through like situations, you know, my situation, there's so many things that I've learned and I'm like, well, damn, you know what? Like literally, even people who conscious, who think they know this and that, you know, could benefit from these type of things if we just humble ourselves enough to be like, okay, you know what? I can learn something from here, you know?
I tell brothers off the top because I be invited to a lot of people's classes and stuff. And I tell them, I said, man, look, there's 2 reasons I'm going to show up. Either I'm teaching that class or I'm going to learn from that class. If I'm not teaching and I'm not learning, then why am I here? I am not going to waste my time. This is just the bottom line. I am not going to be there. I could be doing something else with my time. And one brother, he gets upset because I won't show up if he's the one who's speaking. I'm talking to your class, I said, and yet you ain't taught me a damn thing when I shown up in your class. I said, on 2, I'm not trying to sound cocky or nothing, but I think I value my time a lot.
Yeah.
I don't mind sitting in the cell by myself. I don't mind sitting in the cell watching a movie. I didn't learn how to be cool with being in my cell by myself. And like I said, if I step out, I'm stepping out for a particular purpose. I guess they don't get it, you know, they get in their feelings about it, but I don't care. It's like, you know, here goes something I got off my that class. I was gonna just read something. I'm gonna read the title of it to you. I ain't trying to read all this here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But it's 8 ways to unleash. Well, no, I don't even want to bring that one up. But it's one of. But no, I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that. I was looking for the other one. That's why I didn't want to read this. I was looking for the other. I thought I grabbed it. Here it is. How to deal with disappointment. 12 helpful steps. First, accept how you feel. Second, remember you are not a disappointment. Three, learn from it. Four, remind yourself disappointment will happen if you are outside of your comfort zone. I actually posted this online on my Facebook page. Five, refocus on what you still got in your life. Six, talk it over with someone close to you. Seven, if you expect if your expectations are of perfection, then adjust them. Uh, Eight, take a break and find other ways to reduce your stress levels as you move forward. That's the reason why I watch a lot of movies and stuff, comrade. I be
Mm-hmm.
stressed. Fuck. I've been stressed the fuck out. I
Mm-hmm.
ain't. I don't be. I literally. Actually, I sat there and talked to the mental health doctor, the one that teach the class. And he was the one. He was the one. Like, Mr. Jones, why don't you just come on and sit in the class? I said, so what you trying to say? You invite me to your class? I'm crazy now. He said, no, no, no. The class isn't about that. There's nobody in the crazy. I said, I'm just shooting a shot. I know there ain't nobody in the crazy. I'm just shooting a shot. You know, they're messing with him and shit, right? I said, so what you trying to say? I'm crazy. and so he said, well, no, just come in here and enjoy. Sit down and just see if you like it. If you like it, come on back. And you know, I said, all right, I'll give it a shot. Nothing about it. It's only two reasons why I show up in somebody's classroom. Either I'm learning something or I'm teaching something. But when I
Mm-hmm.
went up in there, when I first started going in there, I made it my business. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it because it was an open floor, and I was
Yep.
able to, you know, say a little bit here and there. And they was actually, I was like a breath of fresh air to the classroom because, I'm coming from our perspective on certain things, right? Because the majority of this stuff they got, like I said, is geared towards Europeans'
Mm-hmm.
perspective on how they view the world. And a lot of people think that when you read psychology or you study psychology, since it's dealing with the mind, it's really universal. For I know it's not.
No.
No, it's not. Actually, it's not just racially biased to that to the education part of it, but it's also has a class value in it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Remember how Fred Hampton said it's it's a class struggle, goddamn it. Basically, he was breaking down. He was saying that listen, we have to deal with race and class. As
Mm-hmm.
black, right? Well, it's the same way with this here psychology, and a lot of people be quote a lot of psychological. They read a lot of psychological books and be quoting these philosophies and philosophical people and stuff, and they don't be knowing they be just regurgitating Eurocentric shit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be good or bad, it depends on how you use it. True enough, but a lot of it just describes your mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It really does. I catch a person, he quoting all these Socrates or quoting Plato. These are Greek philosophers that these fake ass phony universities have given a lot of credit to.
Mm-hmm.
But me as a new African, I understand the history of Socrates and Plato and where they got their information from. You see what I'm saying? And so if I'm gonna study that as an African, I'm gonna dig a little deeper. I'm gonna go to our people. I'm gonna find out who they got it from, and they actually got it from the tombs of ancient Kemet. That's where they
Mm-hmm.
got their information from.
Yep.
So if it was in the tombs of ancient Kemet, then we still got some information written on that. Then I'm gonna go study that information. I'm gonna come
Mm-hmm.
from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think Socrates and them was so great. I think that shit our people was great, but I expect them to make them great because that's their educational system. That's their school, you know. But when I
Mm-hmm.
catch my people putting it up there, then I'm like, all right, we need to get back into the book, man. We need to go back and do a little more study or dig a little deeper. You know what I'm saying? So we don't be regurgitating they shit, repeating they history, keeping they shit up and float, and not saying nothing about ours, and not understanding where how they stole ours. Matter of
Mm-hmm.
fact, I use the word stole. Their book stolen legacy.
Stolen
That's
legacy. Yep, that's it.
Stolen Legacy. It talks a lot about Socrates and Plato and how they got their information, Aristotle and all these people like that.
Especially Aristotle. Aristotle, he's given credit for all his, because he was with Alexander the Greek
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
conquered Egypt, and he the one,
So,
ransacked the
all,
library.
right, right. Because
That-
back
that-
then, the knowledge was what was of value, not the gold and diamonds and shit of today. It was that information. That's what they wanted.
yep.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's why
Well,
Alexander, that's why Socrates given credit for knowing so much about so many different disciplines, because he just basically took the books, from the library and stole them and said that was his came from his mind.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It claimed that, but that's what a thief does, comrade. He
Mm.
he'll steal something and change the identity of that which he stole, and so when anybody says something about it, he'll claim it. Oh, this mine. I've been had it all the time. See, you know, look just like I. You know what I'm saying? Got my name on it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they do. That's what they've been doing. And so yeah, when I see that, it just tells me, man, we got to go back into them, get back into the book. But at the same time, since as I was saying, when I was sitting in the classroom, I was actually able to contribute something to the classroom. So the guy, he actually wanted me to continue to come, and I did, and then things got a little difficult for me behind these walls that I end up. I didn't have time for that. Uh, when I said difficult, when I get so stressed out, I have to pull away from stuff because I'm not listening no more. So
Yeah.
I'm just a body in the room or something. I'm not even. I can't even focus because I got so much other stuff on my mind. I'm just sitting here and it's like how the Charlie Brown show and they be in school, the little cartoon, the Peanuts. They sit in school and teachers speak wah 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 wah
Uh-huh.
wah.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. I'm sitting in the room like wah 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 wah. I ain't even thinking about what's you know being said, and it could actually be something of value that I could use, but my mind so blocked up with other shit, so I just
Mhm.
fell out of fell out of touch with it. So uh, last Friday, I well actually 2 Fridays ago, I went back. The first Friday I went, I couldn't stay long. I showed up. I think he was happy to see me, but he was disappointed with me because I left before the class ended. But
Yeah.
obviously I couldn't tell him for what reason I was leaving. But I came back and I was there early and I made sure I stayed to the full thing, right? This last Friday, and
Mhm.
then tomorrow I'll be there again, right? So I hadn't, like I said, I hadn't been going, but I decided I'm gonna start going back because if my mind is free from any distractions and disturbances and stuff, I'm able to absorb information better, and I need that boost right now. I need to find
Mhm.
myself because I've been struggling, comrade. You know, uh, I've been going through some difficulties, man. And that shit been kind of rough on me, you know. And I'm trying, like the last few days, right? I didn't tell you I had the flu, and I broke down with the damn flu. And last week, my cellmate he gets sick. I think we was on the show talking about. I said, man, yeah, my cellmate sick, and so he get rid of his sickness by giving it to me. I
No,
I feel
I
like I was
remember. I
dying.
remember when you were sick. I remember when you were
Yeah,
sick, comrade.
I said,
Man,
man,
what
I
happened?
thought
I
I
might
was
get you
dying.
that.
Uh,
Hey, I think I'm gonna have to go out and go back in. I don't know what the hell just happened.
okay.
Uh,
So I'm gonna keep on. I keep on rambling and running off every mouth. I think I can do it. So so anyway, I had got sick, and man, everybody I talked to after I got over my sickness, I was so depressed and messed up this week that everybody I talked to, I bet you they thought I was talking extremely hard and aggressive to them because I can hear it in my voice, but I wasn't. It was just I was my depression was painful. It wasn't just like oh what was me now. It was a I'm hurting and it's making me angry and mad and so I'm trying to talk to you, but I'm talking to you like what? and
Yeah.
so and so and it took my celly to kind of point it out like man maybe you need to change how you expressing your words and I'm like man look I'm talking to you the way I normally talk like no you're not you talking a little more harder like you about to fight and I said well it's probably because I'm in pain right now you know and I'm when I said pain I'm mentally jacked up you know
Mm.
uh it's been a roller coaster ride on certain things man and so I'm trying to, you know, navigate through this thing, man, and pull myself back together because, you know,
Let me
I don't
ask
like.
you a question, Comrade. Uh, how much you been exercising lately?
Last time I exercised was last Thursday when we was on this. Remember I told you, I said, guess who hit the weight, y'all? And I was like, yeah, I like this on there. I got sick in the man, damn it. I'm supposed to tell my shit up. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you all right?
All right. Yeah, nah, my earbud fell out my ear. And, you
Yeah, I
know,
heard that shit sound like a damn thunderstorm went off.
oh, yeah. Okay. So, uh, last Thursday, so I hit the weights, and then I be damn Friday. I get sick. I catch my sickness from myself. I felt
Yeah,
it coming. Now I went to the classroom that Friday. No, I didn't. I didn't get sick. I went to class that Friday. Uh, uh, that Friday morning, the mental health aftercare class. Right. I went that morning, Friday, and then I went to my son and them. They got a Nation of Islam service that afternoon, so I went with them on that, and then no, I didn't. I didn't go. He was sick. He didn't show up for class, so I stayed back with him to make sure he was all right because he was actually in some serious pain. Uh,
mhm.
I'm telling you, he's asthmatic, so when he got sick, it's like dope. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so I stayed back to look out for him, right? And then I got sick, and I just recovered. Uh, probably what a day or so ago.
Mm.
So I hadn't had the opportunity to work out, you know, since then. Uh,
Yeah.
I want to go work out. Actually, today felt pretty good. I did know
Yeah, I
today
mean the
felt.
reason I ask is because um exercise is like far as like depression and stress. Exercise is one of the best things for it. They actually, found and researched it. Like all the medication and bullshit they try to give you for depression, exercise like work 100 times better than that. You know what
Yup,
I'm saying?
it does because it
Yeah,
releases the blood. Whereas depression is basically like it's also slowing down the blood flow. It tightens the joints and stuff like that. When you exercise, you loosen all that back up, and the blood starts back flowing better and gets your body. And that's another thing. A lot of people you have to pay attention to what your blood flow that's going to your brain. You know, the blood and oxygen, your brain needs that. And if you slow that
mhm.
down or the momentum of it ain't right, then it pulls you into depression. So yeah, I follow
Yeah,
you on it. You actually right. And
yeah,
so it is all up to me. Certain stuff just hit me so bad. It hit me so to where it immobilized me, or I ain't gonna say immobilized, but it just stops my movement.
yeah.
You know what I'm
See,
saying?
and that's the thing about like depression. Like when you get like depression and stressed out, it makes you not want to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Really like crawl up, just look what's on TV and just sit down and not do it. Almost like it drained you. Like, oh, I want to go do this. Nah, fuck it, I ain't gonna do it. I'm just sit here.
Yeah.
That's kind of, that's kind of how it can easily snowball, because the very thing that they can pull you out of it is like the depression. Almost like the depression has a survival motive of its own. It's like I'm depressed. I'm like, it's a living organism, and it's trying to make you do shit that's gonna continue to depress. Like, you might say, hey man, drink you some alcohol, which is a depressant itself. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. I see what you're saying, but man, you get an opportunity. What you say now?
I can say I think that also contributed to a lot of the depression I have been, because getting off the alcohol also, and the sugar itself, because alcohol is filled with sugar.
Yep.
Along with me eating sugar like I do, I just slacked up on that. I ain't even touched the alcohol in a minute. I ain't gonna say a minute, but it's been a few weeks. Um, I'm breaking away from a lot of stuff that I know is negative, and I'm slowly but surely doing it. So, and I'm doing that so I can get back to being the old me. Cause well, I ain't gonna say the old me, but being back to me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a person that like to work out a lot. I'm a person that like to eat healthy. I'm a person that like to drink plenty of water. Um, and I love martial arts. Comrade, I haven't even done any martial arts. I'll make Detroit ass come on and train, even though I know that he ain't gonna he lazy. But I done taught him enough that he actually enjoys certain stuff about
Yeah.
martial arts. So it ain't so I can always have me a partner to do things
Mhm.
with, right? Which makes it great.
Mhm.
Um, those type of things I want to keep on doing. My reading, I got to get back into my reading, man. I gotta, what I gotta do though, comrade. And I know this. I gotta sit down, grab my old journal, and write my schedule
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah. That's yep. You exactly right on that, comrade.
Grab my
But,
pen, and written in my journal since I was on Max. I stopped
yeah.
writing them since I was on Max. I
And
gotta
that's
write my.
what I do whenever I feel stagnant. I'll be like, man, I ain't accomplished. I ain't getting things. I ain't doing what I need to do. I'll write down a schedule of shit. And then I had this shit as a check off list. And every day I go review it. And I'll be like, okay, I got this done, didn't get this done. You know, I do that shit until I get back right on track.
And okay, so I gotta figure out actually what hour I'm gonna stick with on working out, because my mornings I'm really free. And I get up every morning at 5 o'clock. Um, but they don't open our doors to come out to like a little after 6.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go ahead and get up, drink my coffee and water and stuff like that, and brush my teeth and shit. Uh, by the time they open the door, I can have a good hour of working out in. I can stretch in the morning in the cell, but I have to
Yeah.
really go ahead and get on a schedule that I can commit to. And I think I'm gonna have to write my schedule in order for me to commit to
Yeah.
and just leave it laying right there. This is what when I get up in the morning, it's the first thing I'm looking at is this schedule. You
Mm-hmm.
know, yeah.
Yeah.
And that way, I can get back to my routine, man, because I've been bullshit, man. I've been bullshitting. I've been keeping bullshit company around me at times too. I don't, it's like if you got a lazy company, well, I can't blame it all on them. I mean, but I guess both of our laziness kind of complemented each other. So we hanging around and being around each other a lot. I said,
Mm-hmm.
well, get rid of that so I can get myself back right on point. That's what I got to do. I just got to
Yeah.
do that. I can put my blame on them, on nobody but me.
I, I'm gonna tell you a technique that help me out, and it probably help. I don't know about this particular time, but it's in general, like whatever it is you're trying to do, like exercise. That's a good example. Like set you a minimum requirement. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of time when we get in this lazy mode or depressed mode or whatever it is, we'll be like, man, I don't feel like doing, man, no hour workout, doing all this type of shit. Just set yourself a minimum workout, a minimum. And the minimum just be some real little, just be like, say you can do it, be like, well, fuck it. I'm gonna at least do fucking, like 5 of these, So what? Can you hear me, comrade?
Hold on,
Hello, you breaking up now.
hold on, comrade.
You still there,
I
comrade?
barely can you, cause
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
hold on, it ain't you, it ain't you, it ain't you. It's my thing. When somebody call me,
Oh, okay.
Say something now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. They comrade sister was called. They must don't know we online. I tagged their name in there.
Oh, yeah, which comrade?
Sister, I should have let it. I I should have let it do finish calling on his own so I could send the message. But I would have to hold on. Let me don't hang up. I mean, what I'm saying, don't hang up. Take that shit. I'm gonna text and tell him we on the show. Hold on.
No,
I'm still here.
I got you. Well, yeah, like I was about to tell comrade, if it's something that you really want to do, um set yourself a minimum goal. Like you want to go work out, and sometimes you be like, man, I don't feel like going and working out. Just set a minimum, real low number. Just like I'm gonna just go in there and I'm gonna do one set of this, one set of push-ups or one set of bench press or pull-ups or whatever exercise you're gonna do. Just one set, some real simple and easy. Because a lot of times our willpower is low.
Can you hear me?
And yeah, I can hear you back now.
Yeah, I just texted comrade and tell we on the show. I don't know
Oh
why.
yeah.
And
Did you take back?
damn, so if G ain't on the show, if Millie Queen and the rest of them ain't on the show, they probably don't even know we on the damn show.
Probably not. That's why our
Tagged their
viewers
names in.
probably so low.
Huh?
That's probably why our viewers so low. I mean, it probably got a lot to do with the fact that I can't share it now because, like, I used to, I just share it. I put it on a novel page, New African Perspective page, New African
Yeah.
Independence page. So it be on all them different pages at one time. So if they don't get the notification from my page, a lot of times they get it from one of the other pages. But I can't really do that now because my computer down.
Damn, I can share it while we on here. I don't know if it's gonna knock me out.
I mean,
I'm just,
it'll do it just like, you know,
I'm
really that's what I was meaning for you to do when you was gone and you was typing in all the names. I really meaning for you to, just share it to the different pages. You know, but yeah, basically, when you just set a minimum amount that you're gonna do, a real small amount, something that it'd be real easy for you to say, okay, yeah, I can go do that. A lot of times when you do that, the hardest part of getting something accomplished, or going out to work out, or going out to do whatever, is actually start. So when you give yourself an easy task to do, that makes it easy for you to get up and go to the gym or workout place or wherever. And half of the time, when you actually get there, you feel better and you'll end up doing a whole lot more than that, just that minimum right there. So if it's something you want to do, you want to exercise more, then set yourself, I mean, you can have your regular routine, your whole workout regimen, but set yourself a minimum. It's like, okay, I'm going to do at least this. I'm going to do at least 5 push-ups. That's all I'm going to do. But I'm going to make sure I do at least them. And half of the time, when you go out there and you get to the gym and you do those 5 push-ups, while you're there, you say, well, let me go and do some more. You know, while I'm there, let me go do a set of this. Let me go do a set of that. That's just an easy little hack that you can do to help with making sure you get things done, you know, making sure you follow through with things you need to follow through with. You know, T would just disappeared from the screen. So yeah, so what's up to everybody out there? Make sure y'all liking this, giving us comments, and letting everybody know what we trying to do is conversation between comrades, and it's just me, my comrade, and all of our other comrades out there having discussions about really whatever we, you know, feel like talking about. Sometimes we have a subject that we narrow in on, and sometimes we just talking. You know, of course, today is the so-called Thanksgiving Day. And we've been talking about how um, the concept of the idea of this holiday is extremely disrespectful to indigenous people because it's really almost like you, well, it ain't even almost, but it's really like you're actually celebrating the genocide of indigenous people. Um, Tiva, Tiva just texted me. Hold on, I'm gonna go to a little commercial break, and I'm gonna try to see what's going on with the Tiva. We'll be right back, I think, right after something.
America, full of promises. Time to cash them in. You run from it quick. You never keep your word. I learned from it quick. You keep abusing me. You dumb. Europeans murdered 98% of the indigenous population right here in Turtle Island in order to steal the land. An entire nation of African people were captured and forced into a brutal system of chattel slavery just so they could work and cultivate the land. All wars are fought over land, not over terrorism, not over religion, not even to win the hearts and minds of the people, but for the actual land and the resources within the land. So it is safe to say that land is the foundation to all freedom. So if we truly want to be free, then our struggle is for land. Free the land.
Well, you know, Comrade Atiwa is lost. He locked out. He can't get back in. I don't really know what's going on with that. Seems like we having some trouble with our broadcast, but you know, we already been on here for an hour, 47 minutes. Oh dang! God.
And when you bring it in, you brought it in for the purpose of weakening the revolutionary tide of the people.
It must not be a capitalist system, but we don't want to exploit anybody. We don't want to